So if the clock is at 2:40 and you want to go ahead, you said that you were, is that at 2 hours ahead? Yeah. So if you're at 2:40.
So I got 242 stitches and staples in the side of my head.
Your 1 hour brings you to 3:40.
So when I was a baby, my babysitter, she shook me so hard that I'm blind in one eye. Should I show them my scar or what? That's the scar.
I'll read something, I'll think about it twice, and then I'll reread it again, and I'll know what I'm thinking in Spanish. But when it comes to English, I'll be like, I don't know what to think of. Like, I'm stuck.
Our warm-up is on the board. You see it there? No. I want you to identify.
I don't have any peripheral vision, so I have like major tunnel vision. I've had multiple surgeries. They've scarred my eyes to the point where it like affects my vision more than what it probably would be without the surgeries.
I have dyslexia. I flip things around sometimes. I'm more of a visual learner than just having a piece of paper out in front of me. When I was in 2nd or 3rd grade, like I was having really like tough issues reading chapter books. Like all the other kids were reading like big thick books and I was like sitting back reading comic books. I just thought it was weird.
The more we learn about our students, the more effective we become. But what we don't know hinders us.
All of our kids with special needs, they are so different. Cookie cutter doesn't fit the mold for every student with disabilities.
The formula for circumference is pi times diameter.
Part of public schools is getting used to different types of people. People with different types of needs, people from different backgrounds. And I think that's a very important piece of education, more than learning your grammar or learning how to write or learning how to read or learning math. And I think in that regard, having students who have special needs in the classroom is an invaluable experience.
This one's 4, this one's 6.
To have a disability, it stretches everything from the highly, highly intelligent to individuals that could be nonverbal. It's something that impacts not only their education, but their everyday life and their struggles to get through, whether it be school, a job, relationships, all become a part of learning how to handle this disability.
All right, so right now we're gonna measure your normal cellular respiration. So put 2 dropperfuls of bromothymol blue.
Good job, good job.
I worked 2 jobs, helped my dad not lose our house because we were about to lose it. I dropped out of school for a year to take care of my 2 siblings, a 4-year-old and a 13-year-old. My mom had a really bad car accident and she's a quad. She's paralyzed from shoulders down.
And so this is how we measure cellular respiration.
The really incredible thing about Cynthia is that she has so many life situations going on, yet she still wants to finish her education. Her reading, whether it's Spanish or English, she struggles. And she still comes in and she doesn't complain about the assignments. She's respectful to her teachers. She just generally a friendly, caring person.
23. Okay, so you need to count your minutes from here all the way around.
I have TBI, and it's called traumatic brain injury. It's hard to study in school, and you get sidetracked really easily. If you have TBI, it's when you have a question, it's there right away, and like a minute later, it's gone.
What's your next hour?
11:30.
Yep. Okay. Nope, start at 11:30.
My teachers help me like after school and stuff. They help me with my homework.
Can you go 12:30 to 1:30?
No. Like, so like kids bullying me, they can help me get over that. Kids bully me a lot, like during school and after school, kind of.
What do they say?
They say, look at that kid, he has a scar on his head. Did he cut himself with a chainsaw or whatever? That's what they usually say.
And what do you do to kind of get through that?
Sometimes I just walk away, but I just get over it.
Yeah, you'll prove more.
Yeah.
What the students that do some of these actions don't understand, or maybe don't realize or don't want to realize, is the person or the people that they're making fun of, 9 times out of 10 hears it and sees it. They're pretty perceptive. They have a disability, but they know when someone is not nice to them.
Well, this is called a multimeter, and the reason why it's called a multimeter is that it will read voltage or resistance or amperage.
I don't really think that people get what it's like to have a vision impairment when your eyes look somewhat normal and somewhat not. People see me like using my phone or whatever and they say, oh, well, she can see a phone, but it's because my phone's set to different settings than a normal phone is. I do get teased a lot about it, and that does affect the way I can focus in school. So it's just kind of a struggle when it comes to students being respectful or not. My eyes might look different and I might not be able to see, but I'm no different of a person. I'm still a person and I still have feelings. And yeah, words may hurt, but it's not gonna put me down because I am who I am. And if someone can't accept me for who I am, then they can just leave me alone.
I don't want to say teachers don't understand. I think it's harder for them to kind of understand that person when probably they're used to having someone that knows how to do it, and they just haven't gone to that point that they need to learn how to teach someone that has a disability.
So here it's saying, okay, that's your crucible, and this is your crucible and the baking soda. What's the mass of just the baking soda?
One of the biggest things that I hear students talk about is the speed. Teachers talk too fast, instructions are given too fast. What they don't realize is, for some of these students, the time that it takes for them to actually read it, understand what they read, and then think of an answer when you have to do a large assignment, it's extremely overwhelming.
The teachers struggle with, how do I deal with this student with challenging behaviors? How do I deal with this student if they can't write? How do I adapt my curriculum for this student to be successful?
Dual has the same root, or the same suffix, that is. Excellent. Where are you going to be in 25 years?
I'll probably be in Miami after I solve my game idea.
Married, hopefully, be a mechanic, have some kids, a nice house, and a life.
I'm going to visit my grandma, my brother, and other relatives. So I think I'm just going to be working with animals for the rest of my life.
You're achieving those goals, working with animals. Sounds good.
Well, the one thing that I've seen over the course of the year is just how many of these kids that I've worked with that have amazing potential to be leaders.
What's going on in here?
Principal Farley.
Hi, Mr. Farley.
Hi.
Because really, in order to change how we see things, in order to understand what it means to be a student with a disability, we need to learn that from those students. And that's why them taking on that leadership role and helping us learn those things is invaluable.
Now let's think about the fractions.
We need to continue to examine new best practices to include all of our students with disabilities. And at the end of the 4 years, they can look at us and say, you know what, I felt part of what we were trying to do, and I felt accepted, I felt cared for, and people around me understood what my disabilities were, and at the same time accepted me for who I am.